So, hello, dear colleagues, dear friends out there, dear followers of Dentist.camera, and everybody who's watching us and also listening us, because our YouTube or my YouTube channel is also available as a podcast on Spotify. For those who don't know, some people have asked me if they can listen to these interviews also when they drive in the car. Yes, you can tune in on Spotify on Dentist.camera TV, and you can listen also. Christos, my guest of tonight, my episode number 39. And I had already some social media specialists on this show because since 2 years, I'm dedicating more time on social media, and I still try to find out what's the best way to move myself in this field, in this new field of communication. And I'm really happy to have Christos with me tonight. The name
Thank
says
you.
it. You're a Greek guy.
Yeah.
And let's jump into the discussion with my first question. So no words. So the word is yours. Christos, tell us a little bit more about you.
Good evening, Alessandro. Thank you so much for inviting me and for having me here. It's a great opportunity. Thank also your amazing audience for giving us their time and attention. Watching these videos, some things about myself. So, okay, I'm Christos, I'm Greek, I'm 47. Yeah, right. I used to hate Instagram, but last year I've learned to understand it. I've learned to take advantage of its potentials. I've learned to love it. And I've managed to grow an account from, I don't know, 300, 350 followers I used to have to 120 followers in a year and a couple of months. But yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't an Instagram kid. I was more of a Facebook lover. But now I'm 100% breathing and living on Instagram. So yeah, more or less those things. My background is design. I got my master's on visual communication and design management. I run a couple of firms in Greece, my creative studio, an event entertainment firm called Wedding Republic, and also my personal brand that's focusing on coaching people on how to grow with content on social media, especially on Instagram. But those principles can apply anywhere and everywhere.
So
Yeah.
no, that's great. So your career is not a typical social media coach or social media lover or entertainer or whatever, or educator, or however you want to call yourself. So this is interesting. But this leads me directly to the next question and the discussion or a question I have asked myself when I started exploring the different social media planets. So you mentioned there's Facebook, the biggest social media community. There's Instagram, there is Twitter, there is TikTok, there's a bunch of other social media platforms that I don't even know of. So why did you select at the end Instagram being your number one social media platform? So this is an interesting, or this is a question many people ask, also myself. Why are you active on Instagram and not more active on Facebook? So what is your explanation, or what is your reason to be more on Instagram than on other social media platforms?
Let me start by saying that I'm advising people to maintain a presence on at least two or even more, based on their goals and strategies. And there are some similarities, but also some difference between social media. And I like to give an example. I mean, if you think social media as everyday places. I would say that Facebook is more like a backyard barbecue where you meet your friends, people are gossiping, we are posting family photos, everybody's, sharing their problems, their issues. We are liking photos, we are liking experiences. So yeah, Facebook is the backyard barbecue. The YouTube is the huge TV station or broadcast, a huge classroom where you can teach, you can share your experiences, you share uh, tips, hacks, holidays, lessons, etc. The new kid on the block is Clubhouse, where it's like a big digital TEDx talk, an auditorium. What else? LinkedIn is like the business office environment. And Instagram is like a huge festival. It's a nice combination where you can share photos, music, personal stories, shorter form videos, the reels, longer form videos with IGTV. You can have your stories, you can have everything. It's like a huge playground, a huge festival. And as a natural born showman, I fell in love with those potentials. Plus, it belongs to Facebook. So, yeah, where the money are, the intention usually is. And Instagram has like the biggest engagement for now. You can easily build communities, and with all this variety of formats, the audio, the video, the texting, the captions, longer and shorter formats, plus the carousels that I love, makes it an amazing weapon in your personal brand building efforts, plus your marketing. The community is there, people's attention is there, opportunities are there. So why not, taking advantage of all of this
So,
and
so you
focusing.
see, so you see Instagram like also a base for professional marketing for
One
making money.
100% yes. Maybe not directly, but by sharing stuff, but building your personal brand, establishing trust, helping people to know you, like you, and trust you. It's an indirect way to guide them to you. If they want to look deeper into who you are, they can visit your LinkedIn or your website and seal the deal there. But it's the best way to develop, to build, and maintain and nurture a community. So your, you know, human face. I treat Instagram, and I advise my students and clients not to treat Instagram as a portfolio, but treat Instagram as their personal blog, vlog, or diary journal, right? So be more spontaneous, but very, very, very benefit and value driven uh, content.
Okay.
Not talking about themselves or what they do or about what they can do, but actually sharing and helping people and becoming part of communities. Something you have managed to do very well and you keep doing so well. That's why I follow you. And that's why I'm so glad we are members of each communities.
I know it was because maybe we come to this discussion, or what you should do and what you should better not do. So what are the do's and don'ts on social media? So but let's jump into the next question. What does it need to become a social media coach? So let's talk about in because in the introduction you explained it doesn't matter if it's Instagram, if it's Facebook, if it's LinkedIn, if it's YouTube, but I think the platforms are rather different. So first you select the platform you like. So you told me you like Instagram the most. So then you have your focus there. You watch a little bit what's going around, but how do you become a social media coach? So what makes you, or what was your intention? Because you told me that you had a DJ business, so you are also, or for many years, you have been a very communicative person. So what made you think, okay, now I want to go into coaching in social media?
I was a coach. First of all, I was a teacher since like 2001. I've taught design, graphic design. I've also taught after doing several marketing courses and sales courses. I've helped, I've coached and consulted several event professionals in terms of marketing, branding, sales, and business. So it's like in my DNA, and I got it from my mom, who is a teacher, to share what I know and helping people connect the dots. So the more I started to understand how social media work, especially Instagram, I've started sharing all this information. This account started as a business account. So business tips, sales tips, how to answer to your email, why you have to follow up, sales tips, etc. But the more I've started to understand how things work here and why things work this way, I've started focusing my content around Instagram. There is no way to become an Instagram coach. It's like, what does it take to become a YouTuber or to become, a content creator in general? It takes some basic knowledge that I am still trying to get by getting another diploma now in social media marketing and digital marketing in general from American College in Greece. So yeah, some foundations, experience, but also the willing and mindset to share all your secrets with anyone without fearing that someone else is gonna steal your secrets or it's gonna become from students a competitor, etc. So all you need to have is a deep understanding of how social media work. And despite that their differences, they have some common things, and this is you have to help social media keep their audiences on the platform. I don't know if you have seen this documentary on Netflix, Social Dilemma.
Yes.
Yes, so you know exactly how every algorithm works. So the algorithm tries to prioritize content that keeps people on the platform the longer. We can choose to hate it, or we can choose to make it work for us. I know it's not a good thing. I know it's not a pleasant thing. It's kind of scary, but we can leverage this knowledge to help our business. So we are working for Instagram. Instagram is helping us get something in return, whether it's business, attention, likes, follows, money. I don't know what works for each and every one of us. So basically, the logic is the same. Know the platform, know what the algorithm prioritize, help people understand uh, why and what they should do and why they should do it, but also help people understand what people want. So a good coach knows both about people and the platform. And what actually makes you an Instagram coach is your students. I mean, I can have in my bio or in my headline that I'm an Instagram coach, etc., etc. But it's your audience that will give you this title. For example, my audience calls me the professor. I didn't choose.
I
I didn't
like
choose it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends in Greece, and I call them philosophers and professors. So maybe this is in the Greek genes that you are that
I
you
don't know.
are.
Alessandro, I didn't choose it.
Okay.
At some point, a very nice lady, I think it's Marie, if I recall correctly, mentioned it in a comment. Oh my God, you're a. And then everyone started using it. I don't know, they've read it in this comment, and suddenly uh, everyone was calling me this way.
Okay.
I thank them, of course, but I guess that this came from somewhere. So something they've read uh, inspired them to give me this title. And I feel a great responsibility to always stand up for this title. And so I keep reading, I'm keep studying, I'm keep learning, because there is a quote: one teaches, two are learning. So every time I share a post, I'm studying their reactions, their comments, their feedback. And every time I post something or I share a lesson, I'm the first one that learned something new and became a bit more wiser. So
Absolutely.
I help my audience learn something new, and all of them, all 100,000 of them, help me learn more and become a bit wiser. So yeah, it's an interaction that I love, and that's the power of a great community.
I think social media is about communication, about exchanging, but again, it depends on what niche you enter in, also on how quickly you get successful. So what makes a good coach? What makes a good coach stand out from the crowd? So if I browse Instagram, then I see thousands or I don't know, several thousands of so-called or self-calling Instagram coach. I tell you how to grow. I tell you how to dominate social media like Marketing Harry, or there are hundreds or thousands out there. But what makes what makes you stand out? So you told me you started 2 years ago,
I've
your journey.
started exactly 2 years ago, having like 200 followers,
Yeah.
mostly Facebook friends and colleagues. It took me like 9 months to get from 300 to 500,
Yeah.
and then another year to get from 500 to 100,000.
Wow. Yeah, but so people will ask you, where was the click? So when, because so the beginning seems to be hard for everybody. So it takes some time. But
Absolutely.
what are the things that you can also tell people out there? So and maybe some people out there know I'm a dentist. So being a dentist is a little bit different than just being a photographer, a singer, a chef, a dancer, or whatever. So my niche is a little bit smaller than a niche of general marketing or design. So if you talk about Photoshop, you easily find a lot of people
Let
following
me ask
you
you
on.
something. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
We are 8 billion people on this planet. Okay?
Yeah.
How many have teeth?
Almost all.
Absolutely. So you are not a smaller niche.
Yeah, but look, this is the thing. I'm not on Instagram to treat people's teeth. I'm not on Instagram to generate new patients. So
No,
there are in the dental community, you have the accounts that are only focused on patients. So they
yeah,
show before and after images,
I
and their
know,
goal is to attract new clients, new
I know,
patients for their office.
I know.
I'm not advertising my office. I'm not advertising my work on social media. I try to share my passion, which is related to my profession. So I'm talking about dental photography or photography in general, and this makes it a little bit smaller than the 8 billion you were talking about.
I know. What I'm
So
trying to say is this: there is no niche that is like super interesting, or let's say no, there are some niches that are super interesting. Okay, or a bit more. They have more content opportunities, but I seriously doubt that there is a niche that have issues producing interesting and valuable content to build a massive audience. I'm following a plastic surgeon from Australia. His name is Dr. Daniel Aronov. He's a plastic surgeon, and he has like 10 million followers on TikTok and 500,000 followers on Instagram. Why a plastic surgeon can have 10 million followers on TikTok and 500,000 on Instagram, and a dentist can't or couldn't?
Yeah, because this is an interesting this is an interesting question, and I can answer the question as a dentist. People are afraid to go to the dentist. People, there are some people going to the dentist because they want a Hollywood smile, they want to look better, but this is the want to dentistry. So I want to do something. A plastic surgeon is 100% want to. It's not need medicine. So this is a huge difference.
But
It's
if you check his account, you will see why he has, because he's not having 10 million patients.
Yeah. No, I believe
It's about the jokes he makes, the way he produces his content, or his team. Most probably, he has a whole team of social media managers. Thing is, Alessandro, this: we can choose to treat our accounts in a boring way, in a self-oriented way, make it about us, so create a boring account that no one wants to follow, because everyone on this planet is on social media for themselves, not for us. People owe us nothing. So we are on social media for ourselves. We are trying to find something that we can use, something useful, something entertaining that will make us laugh, or something educational. Think of the way you're browsing on YouTube and what videos you consume. You consume videos that can teach you something. So for me, it's like video editing tips or photography tips, things about your passion, your hobby, or things about, if you're a poker player, poker tips, strategies, if you're social media, how to grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your Instagram channel. So you're looking for value, things that can help you become something better in your business, social media, life. But also we're browsing for hours, things that just relax us or make us smile. Funny cat videos, funny memes videos, from excerpts from TV shows, entertainment, education, and value in general. So we can choose. Nobody's watching on YouTube people's portfolios, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, go back there. So I can see you and have a conversation. Same way on Instagram. If we choose to have an account that's talking about us, that is promoting our services, that it shows before, afters. If you are a real estate agent, a just sold or a just listed. Oh, look, I've sold another home. Or look, this account is about you, and no one cares about you unless you are Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, or some famous porn star with a great body, etc. But for you, me, and million other users, no one cares about us yet. So we have to make our accounts about them. And when people see value, they are gravitating. They're gravitated towards it. They are attracted, immediately attracted. And when people smell free information, useful stuff, tips, interesting stuff, funny stuff, they follow because they want more of it. This is why you see those meme pages growing as super fast, those motivational quote pages growing super fast, accounts about hobbies, sport cars, motorcycles, fishing, sports, etc., growing super fast. Because now The whole content is about them, what they like, what they need, what they love to consume. And that's the secret. And I did a post back in the days using an example of a magnet. So imagine a magnet that has two poles, the positive pole and the negative pole. Uh, Now we will rename them. It's the me pole and the you pole. Okay. As we know, opposites attract and the same, push each other away. So when our account is about us and they are on social media for them, us and them will push each other apart. But when we make it about them and the me pole, the you pole of ours, and the me pole of them will attract, and they will follow us in a blink of an eye. So that's the secret. No matter what you do, if you have a hotel, if you're a photographer, a videographer, if you are a doctor, if you are a social media manager, if you have a business selling shoes, anything you do, you can translate it into tips, hacks, experiences, wisdom, and create an account that will give value to your audience and most probably and hopefully your future client, consumer, student, etc. It's about building relationship. Give, 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 and then start asking. You're doing a great job, but there are so many things you can incorporate in your strategy to start giving even more value. And most people confuse and they they think that valuable is something they consider as valuable. So if I start giving super advanced strategic options and advanced strategies, I would think, oh my God, I'm giving everything away. This is super useful. But for the entry level user, everything will sound like, what is he talking about? I'm not going to follow this boring account. It's like being a professor, a real professor, not an Instagram professor, going to teach the first grade, and instead of teaching people how to draw with the A, so it's a circle and a small line, giving them like advanced mathematical terms. Kids are gonna be like, oh my God, who is he? Is he crazy? I don't understand this. So value is what they think is useful, not what we think is useful. But everything starts with a mindset. We need our social media to be focused on them, not on us. When we start focusing on our audience, they will respond and we will start getting business and more business. Because now they know we don't care about grabbing their money. And when we are thinking sales, everybody is super communicative and super talkative, etc. Hard part and the trick is to start building connections without asking. Just by having a giving mindset. Guys, what I know is yours. So here are my tips. Here are why you should brush your teeth. Here are some of my, this is what to do. This is blah, blah, blah. 3 tips for a bright smile. 5 natural ways to have a brighter smile. Tips, 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 tips. How to avoid going to the dentist.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But I told you also in the introduction. So this was not my goal. This was not my goal to enter and tell people about my dental work. So I'm trying to find a place to share my passion, to share also my knowledge, and there I'm coming back to something you just said. How complex should information be? So if I would tomorrow just start, what is a camera, what is a lens, what is a flash, so the basic things, also then some people of my community who say, "Oh, he's coming back with this basic information. I already know this information," but
Yeah.
this leads me back to one thing that I have learned over the last month is an interesting fact, and I don't know if you agree. The average lifetime of a post is around 48 hours. Do you agree on that?
Yeah. And a viral post may go up to a week or so.
So this means, and I'm honest. I started to reposting information because at the end, the amount of information you can give in any niche, if it's not daily news who is that is changing every day, I think information in a given area of knowledge or of interest is repeating. So how to make a pizza. Okay, you can say there are million ways to do a pizza, but at the end, or how to make a cappuccino, to talk about cooking, or how to paint something, so how to these 5-minute crafts and all this stuff. I think it's repeating. You try to repacking it. Is this correct, or what are you doing on your account over the year? I don't think that you are that you are creating new content every day, or what is your strategy on this?
Basically, I'm creating new content every day,
Oh, okay.
but
Cool.
I'm a full-time pro content creator, so yeah, I'm not the perfect example. Thing is, first of all, let's have you back on camera.
Yes.
Why do you think your more advanced audience will be bothered if you share something more basic and entry level? Why do you think they will care? Why do you think they will think something bad about you?
Yeah, because this is in my mind. Also, if I'm lecturing, I have lectured and I'm still lecturing a lot.
Mhm.
And in my mind, my brain is working, and I think I'm talking about a topic, and I think, well, my audience should already know this, and this makes it difficult to continue sharing information that you say, oh, everybody knows 2 plus 2 is 4. Why should I
Yeah.
repeat and say 2 plus 2 is 4? Let's start with the basic of mathematics. So this
Okay.
is this is something that maybe this is a personal feeling, but you say you're encouraging me and other people out there to say, no, no, no. There is not. Don't think that everybody knows what you now want to share. Is this correct?
Exactly. When we are giving a lecture, you have like an auditorium, like a classroom with people on the same level, right?
Yeah.
You have this information, but where you have like 50K followers,
Oh, 62 now.
good for you, man. Good for you. So when we have 60K, 10K, 5K, this is a mixture, right? We have some passionate hobbyists, some people who just entered this space. We have colleagues. We have people that are more advanced from than we are. We have all kind of people, knowledge level, etc. So our content should be diverse. If I see something that it's simpler than I think, I will pass. Okay, I will give a like. I won't engage, but there is no downside to sharing something simple and basic. I did an experiment. It was like 3 months ago. I've shared a post, the most basic Instagram post ever. What is a like and how to like a post? What is a comment and how to comment a post? So if you want to like, double tap the photo or tap this heart icon. And I was thinking, oh my God, everybody will start throwing rocks at me. Okay. This post performed great. It got like, not in my main account, in my secondary account. I had like, I don't know, 15,000, and it got like 1,500, 1,600 likes. There is no downside. You can start from the basics, and I recommend going back to the basics, because this way those basics are far more shareable, far more savable. Don't forget, we are not talking, we are not creating content for our colleagues, for our mentors, and for people who we admire. We are creating content for those we want to help, for people who admire us, for people who have something to learn from us. So we should be thinking and focusing on the students and the new and the entry level and the newcomers, rather than thinking what our colleagues and more advanced and older followers will think. I don't care what they think. And the good thing now with Instagram is trying to combine. So, for example, if you create a video, it could be a very basic and simple video, and you can add more context in the captions. Or if it's a carousel, you can give like 8 slides, the first 8 slides to give the basics, and on slide 9 include like a more advanced super pro tip and give something there. Or same way, if it's an IGTV, you can say the basics, but say that if you already know those stuff, same way if you're creating a YouTube video, you can use a timestamp, learn about the more advanced tips after, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, etc. So we can start being more playful and combine the surface level content with some more in-depth content. But not all our content needs to be lessons or tips. We can have like on Tuesdays a more basic stuff, and Tuesday we will do something more entertaining and post a meme or a funny quote or a fun fact. And Wednesdays it can be something more advanced, and Thursdays that can be something more personal, and create a variety. Imagine going on a restaurant and serving you just one type of food. It's the same way with our content, creating super interesting, super in-depth analysis for just our advanced users. This account won't grow because it's not for everyone. It's just a restaurant serving just one type of one recipe of lobster. Yeah, but I want to eat some salad, and I want a variety, and I want to have my Coke or a wine, etc. Do you know any restaurant serving just one wine? No, you need the variety. You need the variety of price. You need the variety of, the white wines and the rosé wines and the red wines. It's same with our content.
Yeah, but this is a point with the restaurant I do not completely agree with you, because there are very famous restaurant. They serve the same food over 50 years
Yeah, but
or,
not
or
just
100 years, and
not
and
just
and
one
people
dish.
and you go there because you know that in that place you get this food, and every time you go there, I have I,
Try.
I I know some restaurants I'm going for 30, 40 years now, and I already taste in my mouth how the dish smells and tastes before I go there. And that if I go there, I would be disappointed if it would not taste or smell like this. But I agree with you that on social media, people would not accept or would be, let's say, frustrated if every morning it's like this movie um,
Yeah,
uh, with how is it called?
yeah, I
Um,
know exactly. Every day was the
yes,
same,
yeah, yeah.
same, same. Yeah,
It comes in my mind when we are finished. The Groundhog Day.
yeah,
Groundhog Day, yeah, where the story repeats repeats every day. Maybe if somebody would do this on Instagram, it would be funny, and everybody would look. Will he do the next day? Because he will do the same thing again the next day. So what I'm hearing from your statements is trying to be creative, within the possibilities you have. So my advice to a lot of people out there is take some coaching lessons. So I think so from my experience over the last 2 years, I found it very useful to get help from people like you or other people out there. No, no, really. You're not you, no, you're not only the professor, but I think a user who is trying to find a niche, trying to work out a strategy, needs some professional assistance. So this is what I have learned over the last 2 years. If you just start and you can read, you can try to learn and try to copy things, but at the end you want to find out something individual. But then you need one, two, three, four persons who can just mentor you, just give you some advice and say, look, other people have tried the same strategy, they failed, or I tell you, or I ask you, oh, now I tried out this and this and this, and it's absolutely catastrophic. Nobody's following me, nobody is interested in this information, so please help me, what I'm doing wrong. And then getting back to the basics. And this was interesting also in the beginning when you told me that you're studying now. There's like even at the university you can learn about social media marketing. So
Exactly. Now I'm studying about crisis management. What's happening if a client starts leaving bad reviews or disappointing comments, etc. But I I believe in mentorship and coaching, and that was the first thing I did when I started seeing Instagram in a more serious way. I booked consultation call with the best at the moment. I have enrolled to almost every major social media course out there. And now that I took those courses, I can judge them. I can see what are the flaws, what it was, completely BS and fluffy stuff, and which were the interesting parts. So I can turn my coaching into a much better experience. As a famous Greek guy called Socrates once
yeah,
said, I'm I'm not teaching people anything. I'm just helping them think. And this has become a huge part of my coaching. Coaching, social media coaching is not about teaching you the new features, or at least not just that, or how to use your story stickers, etc. It's helping you think why you are on social media, who is your audience, who are you talking to, why they should care, why you should care, and make you a better thinking person, business owner, and content creator even after we're done.
that sounds great. So we already are getting to the last question before I, I leave our listeners, watchers, and followers, because I don't want to. I could talk for hours with you, Christos. This is not the point. But let's come to the last question that I want you to summarize a little bit what we have talked about. Is what do you recommend before starting? I called it going live on social media. So if somebody thinks, okay, this is interesting for my business, or this is interesting for my hobby, so what are your advices before starting, just opening an account on Instagram and trying to jump around? So what would you recommend? Yeah.
No, this question I wanna be able to to look at you. So the secret hides in the term itself. So the term is social media. Social comes from a Latin word called socius, that mean friend or ally. So we need to be social. Starting going live on social media, as you say, means nothing if you're not social. So just by posting, putting things out there and expect it to be discovered will lead you nowhere. So you have to start becoming part of communities, of other tribes, of other groups with similar interests. Start by following larger accounts, becoming part of the conversation, start participating in the conversations happening in the comments, start knowing people. When I started growing, I was making 10 new friends a day. And when I say 10 new friends, I mean I've I was talking, I was DMing people, not with the intention of getting the follow, but the intention of getting to know someone new. Hello, Alessandro, I love your account. I'm Christos, I'm from Greece. Oh, hello, Christos, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I was starting conversations. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Okay, it's natural. And the other word is media. So you need to start producing content. Your first 50 posts may, suck. I don't care. But you need to start producing. You need to start understanding your mistakes. So if you post like 50 photos and you get no likes, you need to be mature enough and humble enough to understand that this isn't working. So start studying other accounts, successful accounts, fast growing accounts, because I don't care if they have like 50,000 followers or 1 million followers if they're not growing. The secret, because anyone can buy followers and have a stagnant account, only big. Okay, I've seen hundreds of accounts that are 50K or 60K or 30K, but their growth curve is like a flat line in the hospital. Yeah, I need to see a curve going up. I'm growing like, I don't know, 200 followers a day. I once got up to growing 800 followers a day. So this shows, a living account. Start studying them. What are they doing? Not to copy it, but to understand why what they do work and how I can incorporate what they do into my niche, industry, field, etc. Understand, and this is very crucial, who your audience is. When we start, it's very natural, very common, our audience to be mostly colleagues, friends, family, right? People we know from other social media, from Instagram, etc. So this type of audience will mostly react when we post personal photos, some success stories, blah, 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 anything about us. Because they know us, they trust us already, and they react to this. But as we start growing, this becomes a bit more complex. So we have like the industry people, family and friends. We have the mass population, as I like to say. So basic people that are interesting in what we do. So the dynamics change a bit, and their reactions change based on what we are posting. So understanding your audience, being able to track your results. So why this post got so many likes, why this post got so many comments, why this post got those saves, those shares, why am I growing, why am I not growing? Start, auditing your account, creating, studying your metrics, adjusting, repeating. It's not hard. It takes consistency, persistence, and discipline. And trust me, anyone can grow, because the algorithm wants us to grow. Because when we grow, we spend more time on the platform, we spend more money promoting our business. Uh, Instagram owns us now. So Instagram wants us to grow. It actually takes effort not to grow.
That's perfect. But I knew that I have to ask a Greek person to define social media because so many words come from Greek or Latin, and so maybe I don't know. I have to look if there are some Greek and Latin Instagram accounts where we can refresh our old languages we learned at the school. So I had Latin lessons for 6 years,
Oh my God,
reading.
same here.
Yeah, but I would
Back
have
back
loved.
in the day.
Yeah, yeah, but sometimes it helps. Sometimes it helps. So I can.
This is the way.
Oh,
You heard that. So
yeah.
I would like to thank you very much, Christos, for taking your time, for giving
Thank,
some very valuable inputs, not only to myself but also to the community. This live was on YouTube and Facebook, but I will restream it also on Instagram. I will send you the download of the whole video so you can do whatever you want with it. Share it.
My Instagram handle is this.
Yes, the Christos Nikas. Yes,
Absolutely, because Christos Nikas was taken, so I added the article.
absolutely.
The Pope, the Dalai Lama, the now we have the Christos Nikas. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you and hopefully helping your audience. Anyone watching this, if he or she wants to say hi, just drop me a DM, follow me, send me a question, ask me anything. I spend so many hours on Instagram, so I most probably will read and answer your comment, even though I get like 300 comments per day. Oh,
Wow.
no, DMs, not comments.
Wow. Wow.
DMs.
Yeah, but I can't do that because I'm still a full-time dentist. But I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard to answer all the direct messages, to get in touch with my audience, and following your advice. It was really helpful, and I'm sure that a lot of people out there can learn a lot from you. And let's keep in touch. My last words: stay safe, stay healthy, and
You too,
let's
Alessandro.
meet on social media. Thank you very much, Christos. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you all.